Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Nurse Katherine here. I know this is a little bit weird. I'm not in my scrubs right now. I'm not in my apartment. I'm actually on the rooftop of my apartment currently because I wanted to do a review video on my camera that I use for vlogging. This camera I have been using for about a year and a half now, I believe it is, or a little over a year. I started vlogging on my GoPro, and if you have seen any of my old videos, they are pretty terrible in quality and just the color and the sound. So I wanted to do a review video on the camera that I currently use to vlog, which is a Canon camera, and I wanted to show you guys all the different effects that this camera can have and what this camera can do that my GoPro couldn't do, or really that a lot of cameras just cannot do for vlogging. I figured being outside would be the best possible area to record because you can have the natural sunlight out here and you can see the effects that I'm going to show you that this camera can do. So first, let's just talk about the cost of this camera. I'm gonna pop it below. That is the cost of this camera, and yes, it is expensive, but it's not as expensive as a lot of other cameras. And let me just say, I did get this camera in a bundle pack, so I got the lens with the camera, and that's something to know before you go into looking for a camera to vlog with, that some companies only send the camera itself, and then you actually have to buy the lens separately, which lenses can be so expensive. Some lenses can be up to $1,000, which I was not going to spend just to vlog with. So I will pop the name of the lens that I also have. It's also, of course, made by Canon because they are compatible with each other. Now, this lens I would say is adequate for vlogging. There are some things that I don't like about it, one being that it's not super defined, meaning when I get really close up, it's not super really defined. But as you notice, when I get really close up like this, it focuses on my face, and then when I move back again, it refocuses on my face back here, which is one of the effects that this camera does have that I will be talking about in this video. So first, let's get to all the different filters that this camera can do. I'm going to take a picture of myself, and you are going to see all the different, I think there's 9 filters that this camera can have. So I'm going to post all 9 photos and you can see all the different filters. So here is what all these different filters look like. So there is that. That is a really cool feature about this camera. I don't necessarily really use that at all because this is more for vlogging for me and for my YouTube channel rather than for photography, but this is an awesome camera for photography too. Next, let's talk about scenes and scenery with this camera. This camera has a variety of scenes that you can choose from self-portrait to nighttime, to running, to cars, to movement, all of that kind of stuff. So with this camera, you cannot choose that when you're actually videotaping, so I can't do that as I'm videotaping now, but I will try to take some pictures of movement, of cars going by, if I can. There aren't too many people out right now at my apartment complex, but I will try to do that to show you guys the different scenery. I did use this camera for a New York City trip though, and I had the most beautiful nighttime skyline picture of New York City that I captured with this camera. So I can say the nighttime capturing mode is fabulous with this camera. Something else that you may have noticed was the color of the picture actually captured. So as you can see right now, it is pretty bright out, but I also brightened the brightness of the camera. In the last little video clip, I had it on manual. So I can do this during the video actually, so let me do this for you. So I can, this is normal lighting. This is normal lighting that my camera is capturing right now. There's no effects right now on this video. I can decrease the lighting as well. As you see, it's super dark, but then I can also increase the lighting and it will just keep going, and it's way too bright. So I always brighten my videos actually because I just like more light in the video, and I not so fond of my face being darkened. So that is something that this video will do during videotaping, is that you can adjust the lighting. And let's talk about that autofocus again. Remember, when I get really close, it'll focus on my face, and then when I move back, it'll stay focused on my face. There is a way to manually focus with this camera, but I don't use that because this is perfect for vlogging. If I hold something up, it'll start focusing on there. If I pull my hand back, it will focus back on the big picture. So I'm going to try to videotape this that you guys can see. Alright, I am recording right now, if you guys can see. I am talking to the camera, but then I am also watching myself in the camera so I can see exactly what is going on. This is a really nice feature where I can put a mic up top. I use the Rode mic, which works fairly well. Sometimes it has a clicking noise to it, so I just have to figure out what's going on with that. This is my tripod, which I have a link below to that. Here is my lens. This goes in and out for zooming purposes. And here's the top portion I was talking about. You have all your scenes and all your different areas. And I'll come around to the back of it, and you can see my whole setup here. So I really like this camera. I will continue to use this camera for vlogging, and I really think it's one of the best that are out there. I did a lot of research before going into vlogging and before starting my YouTube channel to see what cameras were the best, and this was one of the best that I found. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you for tuning in. I hope this was helpful if you are looking into getting a camera or looking into starting a YouTube channel. But other than that, make sure to like this video and please subscribe to my channel for that YouTube algorithm. And of course, hitting that like button helps as well. Alright, have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you guys in Monday's video.